Welcome back to this installment of What's in the Box. This What's in the Box is brought to you by Mike Normandy, the infamous Mike Normandy. I have not had the pleasure of trading with Mike yet until now. I was a little hesitant about what I sent him because I didn't have a lot to trade, but what I did send him was pretty nice, and I talked to him and he was extremely happy. So Mike, I'm glad you liked what I sent you. I wish I could have sent more. But I'm sure there's going to be future trades. On that note, somebody commented on one of my What's in the Boxes, and they said, man, I wish people would just send me stuff. It doesn't really work that way all the time. Let me tell you how I got into it. A couple years ago, I was watching a live on Instagram from some tool collectors. One of the guys said that he was looking for a piece of railroad track. I had a spare piece of railroad track that I wasn't using, so I sent it to him, and it just kind of snowballed from there. He sent me something, I got in contact with other tool collectors. Basically, if you're into tools or axes or whatever, reach out to these people that are like-minded and have the same hobbies as you do, because you might be able to do some trades. Yes, I have sent things out to people just because I know that they would like it, not expecting anything in return. But most of the time, they're trades. This was a trade. Sometimes I'll send something out, not expecting anything, and I'll get something back, not expecting it. But 90% of the time, they are trades. So, we've covered that. I'm really excited to get into this What's in the Box. So, let's see what Brother Mike sent. This is a really big, heavy box. Oh, I am very excited to see what he sent. I know some of the stuff, but pictures don't really do things justice. So let's see what all is in here. First off, got some bubble wrap. Yeah, can always use bubble wrap. Looks like a couple of handles. I was expecting handles. Ooh. Throw that on the floor real quick. Mike, you packaged this stuff up really well. I appreciate it. Alright, I know that he said he was going to send a couple of cruiser handles. Looks like one of them is Osage, however you pronounce it, I'm not really sure. So there is a 27-inch cruiser. Very nice. I like the coloration of it. Let's see if we can look at this. Grain orientation on that is almost perfect. Has some heartwood and some sapwood in it. That's going to make for a really nice handle. I like that a lot. And this is, that's right, this was not a cruiser handle. He didn't have a small cruiser handle. This one's 24 inches if I remember correctly. Let's look at that real quick. Yep, right at 24 inches, but it's a standard double bit, not a cruiser, but I can always remove material and make it a cruiser handle. This thing is honky and thick. I'm going to definitely have to thin that out. I think that this is a Whiskey River. I don't know anybody else that does Osage or Osage handles. So that's going to be interesting. Definitely going to need to thin that out. That feels like the grip on a baseball bat. This one's not bad at all. Maybe thin a little bit there. So those are cool. Let's get those set aside. Alright, what else? We got some cardboard. Some more cardboard. All that trash thrown down there. Alrighty. What is this? Mike? Oh, yes, I think I know exactly what this is. Ooh, I'm excited for this one. I saw, if this is what I think it is, Kevin over at Bit and Bark hung a plum cruiser, and he traded it to Mike. Mike's not into doubles, so ended up with me, which is perfect because this is exactly what I was looking for. I'm talking like I know what it is already. It may not even be what I'm thinking. Get into this. Yes, it is. Look at that. Nice plum cruiser. I think this isn't. Yeah, it's probably hickory. Can't tell. Yeah, I think it is hickory. It's been oiled. Yeah, I did. That is hickory. I talked to Kevin. He said that this handle just soaked up the hickory like there was no tomorrow. Just drank it up. He has a Purple Heart wedge in it. Man, that thing is really nice. And I think he said this was like his third or fourth hang. It was one of his really early hangs. So I'm stoked to have that. That is really cool. He said he's beat the tar out of it and it's held up really well. So I'm really stoked to have that. What length handle is this? I think it might be a 24. Oh, okay, so it's coming in under 24. We're at 20, just over 22 and a half. So that's pretty cool. That is killer. I absolutely love that. Thank you. All right, what else is in here? These stupid bit protectors out of here. I can just throw those away. They're no good. What is this? Oh, okay, this is probably, we talked about, he had a no-name Tassie, and I think that's what this is. Careful not to cut into the wood or anything. Nope. Whoa, this is another double bit. Mike, I was not expecting this. What is this? Well, I'm really... What? No way. That is pretty freaking cool, man. I was not expecting that at all, dude. Look at that, a 2-line, true temper, flint edge. That's nice. And yeah, it's probably a 30-something inch handle. Let me get my tape measure out and we'll check it out. Bell System tape measure that Resto Rob sent me. Love this thing. Thank you, Rob. Alright, where are we at on this? Yep, just over 27. That is cool. I don't think that is a cruiser. That eye looks pretty big and it's a pretty big head. I'm pretty sure that's not a cruiser. No, yeah, there's no way. It's a full size. It's a full size axe, just on a 27-inch handle. Dude, that is sweet. I was not expecting that at all. Thank you, Mike. That's so cool. Absolutely love that. Wonder if that's because somebody took out 3 trees with it. I don't know. That's nice. I like that. Thank you, sir. So that means there's at least one more axe in here. This thing is still so stinking heavy. What is this? Oh, I forgot we talked about this. Woo! I forgot all about this one. So I had a rafting pattern once before, but I had to sell some things, and it was one of the things that I let go. Now that one was a 5-pound plum with a waffle pattern on it, and this is 4 pounds 12 ounces. I think it's a no name. It's M5, but that's a nice shape. That could be a beater for sure. I do not have a beater rafting pattern. That's going to be a nice cleanup. Dude, thank you. I remember talking about this now, and I am super stoked to have that. Thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and put this up on the rack. Alright, what else we got in this box? Some more cardboard. Alright, here's another axe. This has to be the no-name Tazzy. Pretty sure it is, because when he sent a picture of it, it was on a straight handle. Man, Mike, you outdid yourself. I was not expecting some of this stuff. I know the box isn't even empty yet. See, those just fall off. If y'all use these, be extremely careful, especially if your bit's already sharp, because I have cut myself wide open because these just fell off as I was shaping a palm swell. So if you use these, make sure you tape them on if you're working on the axe, because they're prone to just fall off. Is that Seder Banco? Yeah, look at that. It's not a no-name. Seder Banco Tazzy. The hang on that. That's nice. Nice and tight. That is really nice. A little bit of a gap there, but I'm sure that this thing is going to just be a beater. That is super cool, and that joker is sharp. It's sharp. Awesome. Alright, let's see what else we got. You know what, I'm just light stuff now. Anything else in here? Yeah, just dump this out. Oh, it's still coming. Still more stuff coming out. Alright. Okay, that's it. Some trash. Ha ha ha, yes. I'm happy about that right there. I was just talking to some guys the other day. I need to rewatch one of Killinger's earlier podcasts where he talks about sending files off to be resharpened, because all of my files are dull, and this is a brand new no name double cut file. Let's see if we can get that to focus. Now, can y'all see that? Well, it's a double cut file, and that is probably an 8-inch, no, 10-inch file. So that is nice. I needed this. Thank you so much. I am stoked to have that. I needed that bad. So, Mike, I'm blown away, dude. I was not expecting quite a bit of this. I'm greatly appreciative. I don't know what to say. That double bit, wasn't expecting that. This file, wasn't expecting that at all. And I had forgotten about the rafting pattern, so I'm going to lay everything out that he sent, and we'll take a look at it. Alright, so this was an amazing mail call, and what's in the box. Said I knew in the trade that I was going to get the handles, the plum that Kevin hung. I forgot about the rafting pattern. I knew that was part of the trade, and so was the Tasmanian, the Seder Banco. I was not expecting the file or this other axe. I'm just blown away, Mike. Thank you so very much. I appreciate y'all watching the video. And like I said at the beginning, if you're not reaching out to people in the community on social media who are into the same hobbies as you, you're doing yourself a disservice, because they're probably just as cool as you, if not more, and they're most likely willing to do trades. So talk to people, get out there and network and see what's out there. Somebody may just have something sitting in a pile that they're not into that you've been looking for. So case in point. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a beautiful day.